It is a best of three. I like the analyst kind of pointing out that Train is a bit of a wild card now for Astralis, and that's going to be great to see, but it is going to be Mirage kick things off.
And I feel like they kind of need to have that wild card map because eventually everyone's just going to default ban nuke. People were trying it thinking, oh, we'll get that win off them. Oh, we'll try this. Look at that push up middle, by the way, from Tarek right now to get information. But you're right, Train going into it certainly makes it interesting against Mibr. It's good to see them getting some results because they haven't had that as of late. We've been critical of them at both the last two events. They were at Chicago and Blast Pro Series. As we get inside of the site, it's cold to find two. Gets underneath the window and then taken down by Xyp9x. Fallen still waiting for his chance to peek and nearly got Xyp9x without his gun in hand. Trying to get a bomb plant in early. It's Device instead, but look at Tarek. Again, he pushed all the way up middle, had all that information, and is already flanking in behind as Magisk shuts them down. It's Tarek that has to pull around back. He's the last alive. They know where he is. Bomb still not planted, however. Doesn't matter.
Oh my goodness. Well, Astralis losing the first two picks there. coldzera looking so confident, even though he is painted into a corner. He manages to get the two frags, but still Astralis just so relenting with their pressure towards that B-bomb site. Finding the kills. Device, that was the most important one. Fallen being dropped on the bomb site there. Mages with a nice little backstab with the P250 as well. And as you mentioned, Tarek coming from the apartments. Device is too clinical today, it seems, and it will be 1-0 in favor of Astralis here. There's going to be a full eco, of course, and Mibr not investing anything into this round. I'm going to bring out rifles, of course, in the third. We'll see if this is going to be an efficient round from Astralis. It's actually kind of weird. We do see a lot of these second rounds equal maybe 2 or 3 kills to these full eco teams, but I don't think Astralis will be giving that away just yet. We'll see. Magisk goes in first, double kill. That's going to be the round. And can they keep it cleaner? That's the main question. Magisk can push forward. He has got the MAC-10, looking to farm cash here. Even if he gives it up, it's not a huge deal because giving away a MAC-10 is not going to be that useful for the next round. He looks absolutely stunning so far. 3 kills to his name, and Dupree will find the 4th. Just poor old Fur holding up towards shore here, looking for that one cheeky kill at the end.
I like that he's like backed off the fence as well. He's thinking, don't even show his toes. Maybe someone will run by. Maybe he'll get a kill.
I think he gets one here.
He could, depending on the direction they go. I think they are going to go in front of him. Dupree first, fires in. That's unfortunate. That MAC-10, man, that's menacing. That's 5 kills over 2 MAC-10s. That's a bunch of cash for Astralis.
Now, this is what we're calling the new sort of bonus round, right?
Yep.
So the fact they kept all 5 players alive, they're going to throw away one of the SMGs just to note. I think that's a good call. You've got plenty of money there. Mages farmed a lot, so they're going to get another AK-47 into the mix. So 2 AKs, 3 SMGs. This does suggest a very quick and methodical set piece, I would say. Maybe an A split quickly off the bat. You want to be punishing the fact they don't have incendiaries. You can see Tarek with the AWP. He has been picking up more and more from Mibr recently. Very big round here. Tarek knows he has to be a little bit more aggressive, which he is, but he's got no armor, remember. He's going to be very vulnerable, especially to those SMGs. Takes a little bit of damage, doesn't nail the first shot. Arguably should have done. It's surprising he's got the AWP and not Fallen, to be honest, but either way, it's going to be Fur in his classic position. The connector is so good here. Clave will be going in first with the UMP, and does he nail it? Not quite, but it should be a decent trade here for Fallen, but he doesn't actually react in time. So it's going to be a 4-4 still. Does favour Astralis, but remember, they don't have as much firepower as the Brazilians here.
Gets downed by Xyp9x going back through. You're right about the firepower. I like the call to go to the 1 AK, given they got so many kills on those MAC-10s. Stewie getting up on top of Ticket will try and fire in to find Xyp9x. He knows he's close and predicts he's going to be backing away as he throws a fadeaway jumper in his direction. It actually didn't do that much damage. Xyp9x got far enough from the detonation. Keep in mind, Dupree's got a smoke and a Molotov to play on top of the bomb. More importantly, the Molotov, because the defuse is going to be a factor. AWP and M4, they've got to get away. They can't do it. They've got no kit. They know the situation. And even then, they've got to try and fight to hold on to these guns because Device has already pushed through the vent. He's got movement.
No chance for them. They're absolutely done for. Device and Mages just showing enough presence here for them to creep around the corner. It's actually quite nice positioning from Mibr. This might not be completely over, but it looks like coldzera will be traded out. What a round that is from Astralis. This couldn't be a better start for them. They go for that A split, as we said.
They left the op, just to point out. They do not want
the
op
on the
T side.
Well, fair enough. They know they're up against pistols now, so why even risk it?
Yeah,
One of them goes down to a P50.
Absolutely, I agree with why risking it. You're giving away just as much as you've earned, if that's the case. But it's just the long-term game, right? Like thinking, oh, maybe we can save that money, but they've already got a good amount of cash. So
yeah, and we're going to see the Creek for the first time. That's in the hands of Deve. See what he can do, but this, like I said, couldn't be better for Astralis. Winning that sort of round with the SMGs, and you've put Mibr on another eco. That pretty much guarantees the 4-0. We'll see another calculated default coming through. That's okay, not as calculated Device, but there it is. The Molotov will work. It's going to go for the B split this time, it seems, and just make sure they use the buddy system. They shouldn't be giving up much more than a couple of kills. If they give one away, should be traded out very quickly indeed. I'm sure that will be the case. as we start to get closer and closer. The bombs in towards his B apartments. Glaive will open things up, and what a shot that is. Takes down Fallen at the bench as well. That's going to be round over. 4-0 confirmed. Not many kills at all for MIBR. As you can see, Stewie, Fallen, yet the frag fell with 1. They will have money again next round with the loss bonus racking up a 4th stage into the next, but at this point, Astralis got so much momentum behind them, so much money. They can afford to go for some rushes now. They can do some set pieces off the bat. They can really experiment with their approach. Luckily, there is plenty of time here in the best of 3, but Astralis looking deadly. Like we said, though, MIBR, probably the best game I've seen from them in a while against Mouse Sports earlier. It looked very, very good. Hoping they can turn it on. Never too late, but this is CT side. Train next, though. And the reason Train's interesting is because MIBR used to be so good on it. Used to be is the operative statement there, because they haven't looked as good recently.
And it was, to be fair, that 17 map streak, win streak they had on the map was predominantly with the other lineup.
With
so
Phelps and Taco.
Exactly, when they were still speaking Portuguese as the primary language, when they were still a Brazilian core, well, still are a Brazilian core, I suppose, but a Brazilian unit altogether. So the Krieg stays over for Device, and we'll get an op back in the hands of Fallen, so they are going to be bringing out weapons every chance they get on the MIBR side. They'll be maximizing their investment. 4-0, however. Max loss bonus is in effect in this round already.
You're right,
MIBR
yes.
fall shy. Just keep that in mind, because it starts 1 early now.
Indeed, that's absolutely true. That's more like it. Fallen gets the AWP. Nice little flick down. Not a difficult, well, I should say a very difficult shot to hit. It's not a usual flick you have to actually handle. So it's a 5-on-4. That's Glaive going down. You can see him trying to quickly go towards the connector once again. So more defaults here from Astralis as Device looks for a kill through the smoke. He's got the Krieg once more. He did tweet in a facetious manner about a month ago saying maybe he'll just be a full-time scope player now. Just Kriegs or ops, that's it.
I mean, it's possible.
Yeah, absolutely. Had a bit of time now to practice a bit more of a good headshot. See Stu with no helmet taking a lot of damage there, followed up with the grenade. That's going to be Mages pulling things back. You can see Fur trying to be a little bit more proactive now as he holds a connector. So's Tarek as well. He knows they've lost a part of the map, mainly middle, and towards that CT spawn area. So he's trying to push and get some information. That's much better from Falling. You see, that's what we need the AWP to be, in his hands, hitting the shots, and now they've got the advantage once again as Fur confirms the round, I would say, in a 4-2.
And, well, this is the big thing now, is how many players can they keep alive? Mentioning again that the lost round bonus was in effect at this point in time, so they will be strapped for cash and a chance for Astralis to break, considering they've built up a bank. Flank, Dupree, not long for this world, I don't think, but Fur gets caught off. Dupree actually reads it. This gives them a chance. We're back down to a 2-on-2, but Cold's got Dupree pinched. Bomb goes down toward A main, and that puts pressure on Xyp9x. 24 seconds. He is very good in these situations. He knows where both are, but they've got positional advantage. He has to go hunting in both cases, and both cases being quite far from each other. Doesn't give him a lot of time. He's lost track of where Cold is as well. Nearly checks it, does spot it. Thought he might get away with it, but Cold swings out and takes him down.
There it is, the round from MIBR in the bag. Fallen with that AWP, but is not recovered. That is a big talking point. You can see they can't reinvest with the AWP. So the first round they find success off the back of the captain's AWP. Not going to be brought into the next round. And you talked about that reset. They've now lost the maximum loss bonus. Yeah, FAMAS coming out, lose this. With all 5 players going down, that double eco. And this is a perfect time for Astralis to abuse that fact. It looks like all 4 players will head towards the B apartments. Just one flanker in the form of Xyp9x, I believe, who's holding the A ramp. So is this an execution with Xyp9x trying to show a little bit of presence, or does he go for a backstab once they fully committed and try and take down rotating players? That's the question. I would say it's more the latter, considering he's already used the smoke. He's just going to be holding up. There's not really much he can do. He can't just walk into the bomb zone and find a kill, right? He's just going to be holding up for them, pushing towards Palace, and now actually falling back to join a Device. I think they're tagging each other out of position as Device will head towards C-spawn. Throws a smoke in middle, and it's going to be all 5 players heading towards B here. More of a contact play as they bait out a smoke. Glaive, though, great shot. Massive spray control as he takes down Tarek, but a frag in return from coldzera, and he's got pressure applied to him now, Matt. He's stuck by the van, gets in the corner, but surely taken down. Mages will deal with him, and Stewie needs multiple frags at the first. Needs a second to stand a chance in the round. He's doing a great job staying alive here.
Good swing from Stewie. Gets from bench around the back side of the quad and gets Xyp9x on entry. Headshot on both of the latter 2 kills with the M4, dropping the bomb inside of the site. Forget that reset potential. Device now has to go hunting. No kills so far on the AWP. Tries yet again, and as we saw it to his left, the X-ray reveals there was also a flank in play, but Stewie's going to shut it down beforehand. 4 kills for him. Great rounds. It leads to great results, as it's now 4-2. Not only that, they keep the AWP in play, and they've got 3 AKs carried over, excuse me. I thought there was only 2 at first, but they've gotten a lot of them brought over this side.
There it is. Jackie Yip getting it done in the B bomb, so he said he needed multiple frags, even above and beyond there. 4 in total. Not bad at all, young Stu. Just what they needed. It looked like that round was absolutely done for. Fur was doing this move earlier. It's very effective. And he actually has got a couple of kills on his plate right now. Zipex is absolutely done for. As the trade will come through shortly, Zipex is there in position, takes him down by Tarek. He actually does a great job in towards that B area once again. We'll see whether he can stay alive now. As Zipex will flash over. 4 versus 3. This has been great for Mibr. Looked like they were done for in the opening few rounds, but this is falling back in their favor. Tarek once again through the smoker. B gets 2. And that should be another round confirmed. But surely the money broken at this point because Device, he will not get getting a plant at this stage. He is completely isolated, stuck in the kitchen. Smokes down to protect his back from the steps. Minute on the clock. He can recover the bomb. As you can see, that dead broke. Giving this one away with third stage loss bonus coming in after this. It's going to be $2,400 per player. So he gets a plant. They can potentially buy, but it looks like they're going to be eco. As he's absolutely done for now. Stuck in the corner. And there it is. 3 in a row for Mibr. Just what they needed. And should be the 4th as well. So giving Astralis a taste of their own medicine there. As we'll go into what should be just maybe PG-50s. Maybe some Kevlar. We'll see which way they're inclined. A deal comes out for Device. Mibr looking much more comfortable now on the CT side. This would not be the round to do the aggressive one, but maybe next round you're thinking about going for a push up middle with 3 players perhaps and just changing things up. Once you've confirmed they are eco here, you'll see a very passive round from Mibr just now. But after that, I think they'll change things up. We might see a tactical pause. I don't think we've had one yet. But that would be a good chance to just throw it into the mix once you build up some momentum and some cash.
So smoke deployed inside of the apartment position. That comes immediately after the Molotov that already held off the position of Magisk. Smoke down bottom of the stairs. Fur is going to try and use that to his advantage as well and watch the underpass position. Pretty straightforward. The fact that Mibr is starting to get moving though on the CT side and we go to train next, that makes this a bit of a questionable series really. Astralis haven't been fallen. They've certainly gone back to form, winning out in Chicago in impressive fashion once the playoffs hit, but they weren't in form in Blast, finished 3rd at that event, and the group stage at Chicago wasn't the most convincing either, so group stages start to become a bit of a question, and already we're seeing now in this best of 3 that Mibr have a case for it.
4-4, they certainly do. Real crunch time now. AKs once again for Astralis. They did not need their T-side AWP to operate at maximum efficiency. I would say they're more than fine with the AKs. Looks like an A approach though. Remember, I did say Mibr, if you're thinking about it, this would be a good chance to chuck in an aggressive play maybe. Doesn't look like that'll be brought forward just yet as we enter round number 9. Set piece guaranteed from Astralis. There's 2 players now in towards connector from Mibr, looking for that bit of information, denying the Molotov towards middle, but there's no mid presence here. Suggests that Astralis have to operate very quickly. coldzera is looking absolutely brilliant today. That's 3 for him. It's the 3-on-2 overall. We're full on the AWP here, looking to get stuck in. Good grenade set his teammate Tarek up. Does he want to push any further? Doesn't look like it. The smokes is disallowing them any more access to the bomb site, which is absolutely fine. It's at a 3-on-2 in their favor. No bomb planted just yet. Smoke to get that C4 in position, as it will be now Device to plant, Mages to cover. Still a chance here for Astralis, but it's not looking too good. One of the best things about the Mibr game is the retakes. They're so good at this.
Well, and we've seen it. I mean, we had a breakdown of it in one of their videos that was on their YouTube. May have been shot by Drop the Bomb. Where they explained how they did this and how they baited out shots. They're so methodical about getting back inside of the site. Device now left alone. And Cold, you mentioned it, looking sharp. 3 kills in this round, 10 total, leads the way. He's the man that can shut this Astralis side down as they tap the bomb, trying to bait out Device, but smoke and flames. He knows that he's got to concede. He knows the round is over. He wants to save the AK-47 because they've got enough to buy around it. It's now max loss bonus going in their direction. 5 straight rounds for Mibr.
Well, there it is. Device still gets cash with the bomb being planted, of course, so he'll have about 4k residual. Means he can drop 1 AK. They don't really have to, but it's looks like they'll certainly help him out a little bit. coldzera, though, that's a difficult position to find multiple kills. The fact he gets 3 is absolutely fantastic, and that's going to be 5 clean rounds in a row now for Mibr. Brilliant stuff from them, enjoying their CT play. They haven't really mixed things up too much either. They've brought the AWP out and looked a lot more successful from that point. Haven't had to go aggressive, but they are boosting 1 player in towards the window now. It's coldzera making his way towards CPL. Glaive is going to walk through this from looks of things. He's going to get flashed in. Or just cleanly go for the push. He goes for the latter. And it's not going to work out too well at all. coldzera and Fur working in tandem towards short. And Tarek surely gets 1 here. Looks like he's going to get Device, no problem. But a nice shot from him. We'll at least bring this round back in contention. As we have 1 minute 18 remaining. The bomb is still in the B apartments. And I'm not sure Astralis can pull this one back, but they've got 3 flashbangs, 1 Molotov, and Fallen gets another kill. Astralis are actually struggling here. Stewie's in a perfect position, doesn't get the kill, but a dink comes through. Mage's got 5 HP. He's just getting out of there at this point, trying to stay alive.
Yeah, he's trying to get back closer to Zipex, who has great positioning, however. So that shot on Cold, they can now work this together. There's a chance it works out still. Flash comes in from CT, that reveals 1. And bomb plant is absolutely guaranteed at this point. No one close enough to deny that. So, yes, okay, Stewie got the dink, but he could have easily had the bomb down as well. Had he secured the kill, he's given them a slight chance. They know he was towards CT, so Magiska's actually hunting a main, thinking that's more likely, and Zipex doesn't consider the fact that Palace is a possibility. As such, 5 HP, similar situation to Device last round. They'll know where he is, or should, and be able to close him out. They actually check toward jungle first. AK nearly gets a shot toward Fallen, but he's already on the fuse and can't really take a fight.
Yeah, pretty much the exact same scenario Device found himself in before. Bomb down again, maximum loss bonus in full effect, so Mages can drop the AWP. I'm almost certain he will at this point, considering they've lost 6 rounds in a row. He'll bring that out in a second. There it is. He drops it for Device. Device got a decent spawn as well. He could go challenge towards B, or just the standard middle pick. You can see a timeout comes in now. So Astralis have called this one. And this is the point where Dream IBR, they've called a timeout for a reason, right? They're going to be adjusting to what you're doing. They're going to be maybe going for a B probe instead, or trying to go a little bit quicker perhaps. So why don't you change things up as well? You've been playing a very default game. This is the chance now to throw a spanner in the works and shut down whatever they had in mind. But obviously Astralis are aware of that fact. They know a timeout suggests change. So this would be an interesting mind game as we go to a double AWP setup now for Fallen and Tarek. They have gone away from Cold Zero as a secondary AWP. It seems like Tarek is slotted into that role full time. Let's have a look if MIB are happy with the way they're playing. They haven't changed things up just yet. And it looks like another standard round. 3 holding on the A side with holding that connector, and Fallen looking to get a little bit closer to the AWP. So there's a bit more aggression this time. Not necessarily a change in setup, but just making sure they go for this first pick. And you can see a fast A split. Potentially the bomb is still down in T spawn, suggests there won't be a full commitment. Just going for that map control right now, maybe boosting a player towards window.
No, indeed. Smoke down, though. Cold. Easy. That smoke dissolves perfectly.
Yeah, I think they normally can time that bit well if I have like 3 more seconds on it, so you can sneak towards the vent before it dissipates.
Gets around the chimney.
Yeah, that wasn't timed really perfectly, but still, nice opening kill from Cold Zera. He really is racking them up now, 12 and 7.
Fur's going to even go back and support Cold's positioning because he spotted one toward the bottom side and he knows there's a chance they're going back with the secondary smoke and window for a further boost. He wants to also be able to trade with Cold, so it basically just worked to pull his teammate out from the window safely. Smart teamwork again from MIBR's. Glaive will go there eventually. He's going to jump it down. Spots his teammate's corpse. Bypasses that, forget being silent about it, wants to get closer to the site. There's 43 seconds, they need at least a pick to work with. He'll now stop to cover off rotations. Teammates getting in from A main with bomb. Fallen's off, that's a problem because, I thought was going to be left in the open. They find Stewie. Fallen now knows the whole site becomes a problem and can't overcommit to the peak. On to jungle. Glaive was waiting so long for that position, and Fur, thinking that no one had gone by the vents, meant no one was there. Remember, he went there as soon as they left, so they didn't have that information. Zipex isn't confident, though, planting the bomb, and that could be a problem. With 15 seconds, Cold's got vision. He swings, finds the first, and they still can't get the plant off. 11 seconds, and they've got to try and do so now. Already, they've got Tarek on catwalk as well. This becomes almost impossible. They've got to go aggressive. Glaive does exactly that. Smart play. It's the only way they could have covered the plant, and it's all onto Tarek.
Well then, Tarek's got his work cut out for him. 6 rounds in a row from RBR. Looks like the streak will be broken at this point. If he had a smoke, there might be a chance. But look at the setup right now. 1 in CT, 1 towards A-ramp. Should be impossible for Tarek, but that's a good try. Zipex will take him down, and finally Astralis break the streak, even after losing that first pick towards the window. It's Glaive that gets in position towards jungle with his teammate. Hits a shot on Mages, and you saw the timings it really came down to there. Just the milliseconds. As Fallen was watching towards Connected, he'd been there half a second before, he would have spotted them and protected his teammate. But no dice this time. As we head into round number 12, AWP still in the hands of Device. Only 5 kills to his name. It's Zipex and Mages at the very top with 9 kills apiece as they look to avoid the reset here. And only 2 players survived for Astralis in the previous round. They are fully invested here. Not the same story for MIBR, I'm afraid. They've got plenty of cash. As Fallen opens things up again, that's going to be Glaive going down towards top and middle. Right there on the corner, trying to cross over towards the mid boxes. And Device hoping he can catch Fallen as he comes back from the window position. But he's already made it past. And a bit of a stalemate here. Both of them watching the same position.
Yep. Device Doesn't really need to move on this yet, but his teammates are getting a little bit more impatient toward A main. He's watching for stairs. They get gifted. Just climbing up. Great entrance from Zipix. Stewie goes down at the firebox. He was found last time at Shadow, remember, so both times he's got a problem. It is one of the toughest positions on the map, let's be honest. Forward of A site, it's so easy to be isolated by smokes, to get caught off on angles. You almost have to be clever and have a plan to be aggressive in that position. Dupree waits. Oh. It was really going to be one or the other at that point, wasn't it? They're both looking the wrong direction. Who turns first? It's Fur. Dupree goes down. Fallen finds Magist because they cross gap in the smoke. And that means Fur's got an easy shot toward the bomb as well. And Device left in a 1 versus 4. He's already missed the chance to find Fur because he snuck up, got to the stairs, and that gives him the kill as well.
This is excellent from Mibr. They were 4-0 down.
Best we've seen them play, I think, in a month or so.
This is looking like their old selves at this point. They're actually looking competitive against Astralis in a big best-of-3 here. They've managed to break them down, reset them here. They've got a 7-5 lead. They can close it out 10-5. They've got a good chance of taking this. Remember, it's Train next as well, where you'd arguably give them the upper hand on paper. We haven't seen much from Astralis on Train recently, and this is not their best work in the last few gun rounds. Looking a little bit disjointed. You could see they didn't have the utility to cross towards the bomb site there. It cost them too much to even get close to the bomb site, and everyone on MB are hitting their shots. 7-5 tactical timeout, and with the reset, Astralis are averaging around $2,000 per player. They can't really invest much at all here. They're going to have to take another eco, work out to get the bomb down, as this laboured half is really looking quite difficult for them. They're going to force it though, Matt.
Again, this comes to the fact that Train's a wild card and is in this series now. You're going against MIBR, who's looking pretty sharp. If they can find even some of the old forms, some of the blueprint, and implement that, this might not be the greatest series for Astralis.
Well, they're going to force by with 2 AKs, 3 pistols. You have to set piece off this. They've left the bomb in spawn. Someone needs to go grab that. Unless they're sending a huge fake here. They really do need that bomb right now. I would say it is a fake if the bomb's all the way over there. We'll see which way they're inclined. Someone needs to grab it. So this will be smokes. Wait for the reaction. The bomb down. You can see Dupree's going to get it. So will they fall back and go towards B? The AK is going in first. The bomb will be recovered by Dupree and is going to A. So it's not a fake, maybe just a lack of communication. And now they're missing a player, but they do get the opening pick, make it a double. Device finds some form. 2 beautiful opening picks there. Gets the AWP as well. He hits this shot. He is a god. But it's Tarek now trying to hold them off. No smoke and spawn. They just don't have it. And that could be to their detriment, Matt. They are fighting back valiantly, but it will be a 1 versus 1. The Clutch Minister stepping up, 1 minute left on the clock.
Look at the crosshair placement too. Look at the crosshair placement. Nails it. Cold coming through. He got it. Radar surely at that point.
Must have been.
As it goes now, 6 rounds for Astralis. They recover. I have to criticize Device. 2 kills with the AK. Wants the op. Fair enough. Great with the op. Primary opper on the team. Doesn't have any information as to what's on CT stairs. Take a wide peek with the AK first, then grab the AWP.
Well, it didn't look too good for them. Remember, the bomb was down. It looked a little bit disjointed overall, but if Device hitting those shots, you cannot argue with the result whatsoever. Zipx always so good in those situations. Wins out in the 1v1. There will actually be a tactical timeout from MIBR this time as they work out their financial situation. They can buy. It's just Stewie who is going to require a drop by the looks of things as we get to the latter stages of this first half. What a back and forth affair it's been. UMP to Astralis, even after winning the previous round, you can still see they're hamstrung as they have 2 UMPs here, 2 AKs, a Device AWP. He's only got just the decoy though, so no utility on him. As the unpause comes through, it's Fallen on the MP9 and an AWP for Stewie, a scout for Tarek. We're seeing Fallen allow his players to take the AWP role off him sometimes. Maybe he feels confident. The fact he has the MP9 can cause some damage. Good scout shot, make it 2 of them as Tarek finds Device at the very start. Stewie gives up the kill though. Maybe could have fallen back with the advantage, but still, that's the AWP dropped in no man's land. Terrorists won't recover just yet, but they are falling back to an ace setup. You can see Zipex already in the palace position. UMP, not ideal for that spot. He's going to need his teammates to take a lot of aggro away from that position before he even thinks about committing. And Fallen now to be tested. The only player on A as Spur does rotate him for connector. Smoke's deployed though. He's got the MP9, remember, the hold off 4 Astralis players.
Trying to figure out when best to go. MP9 goes now. It gets 1. That's the bomb. Fair play.
That's about what he was worth.
But yeah, it's a bit unfortunate that the armor absorbed so much of that. It took him so long because chances are with the flashes out, maybe he could have at least done damage to support his teammates. Bomb gets planted cold. Does have vision, but Fur's got the kill first. Dupree managed to retreat all the way onto A main. And they're going to swing from Palace. Xyp9x doesn't want to stay there despite having a UMP, a reasonable gun from that position. He's going to join Dupree.
So they drop a smoke,
yeah,
just to allow them to get out the ramp.
It's going to give them a chance to get Tetris as well, which gives an angle onto the bomb. Because it is planted behind default. They've got to get on this soon. Now that both players are here, line up slightly off for Dupree. That's going to give away Tracers, but that time wasn't off at all. He nails it. Bomb on a 10-second defuse. Xyp9x, he can run through at 4 in hand, colds off the bomb, but he's got Tetris to play with, and he knows the round at this point is secure. It's Astralis 7-7.
Really great round there. Enjoyed that a lot. Back and forth at the start. Comes down to the 1v1 again. We really are seeing these two teams lock horns. It's really quite the spectacle. Lots of clutches and lots of mind games. Dupree with a kill through the smoke. You see that communication just spot on. He knows exactly where that bomb's planted. He can find the spam even after the first 10 bullets or so missed. He readjusted, took down the diffuser, and without the kit, that was always going to be a gimme round at that stage. As Mibr, they will have to force buy, of course, this round number 15. CZs, an MP9, a P250. Execution should be a guaranteed round here for Astralis. They're not messing around. Assertive call as they make their way towards A. They know there's no chance of an AWP. Incendiaries, if it's going to try and find the kill, so the smoke's down, just eradicating risks here, but there is a slight gap there. Fur can do nothing about it though, as the bomb will be planted. Xyp9x gets away safely, and the Molotovs will be deployed. There's no way this retake works out. There's just absolutely no chance. Device is watching the flanks as well. Tarek known to push the B apartments, as they will bring one back, but they've still got a defuse here. They have got a kit, and they are finding frags. Maybe I spoke too soon. There might be a slight chance here.
Just gets a chance from Palace if he can get out. Ooh, looked away from it. Still manages to as they line up through the boards. Double headshot. And Fur finds him in return, but that's going to give away his position. They know that he goes to the bomb. Astralis somehow still win the half. A lot to do with the fact that they got 4 rounds to start it off. Great comeback from Mibr, but they adapted, and we've got a game.
We really do. We split it right down the middle with Xyp9x at the very top with 14 and 9. Great stuff by him on the Mibr side. coldzera started to drop off towards the end of the half. He gets 14 as well, though. He did excellent work in the mid stages. Instrumental in their success of finding so many rounds in a row. It was actually 6 in the middle of the half for them. But 8-7 on the T side. Astralis will be feeling comfortable with this. They win the pistol. I'm sure they'll be looking good to take the map, but we'll see. 5 sets of armor on the CT side. Device just towards middle here. Molotov does not land, but Glaive certainly does. Those shots were absolutely sublime. As he takes on coldzera and third, barely took any damage. Out he goes, and now he has full control of the A side as well. There's a retake set up here from Astralis. You can see the bomb should be planted here. So that's something for Mibr. This round's not a foregone conclusion, especially with the smoke on Stewie. Let's see how they can use it. Stewie going for the backstab right now, but doesn't find the insta-kill. Does make up for it in the end, but now they know exactly where he is. Goodness, they're bringing this one back.
They are. Xyp9x has the shot on Stewie. Tarek with bombs.
Oh my goodness.
It's fine. We all got there in the end. As long as, you know, it's not the journey, sometimes it's the destination. I don't know what they say, Henry, but it's Xyp9x to get the kill, and he's got more than enough time to defuse this. So Astralis take the second pistol, and that's back-to-back for them.
I dare say it might be our force by this round. With 4 kills coming in like that, there is a chance they go for it. It would be audacious call. But we'll see. This is Glaive's opening couple of kills. This sounded so crisp. Wanted the third as well, but was happy with 2. It comes down to the 1v1. Closer than I expected. Does not look like the force buy will come in, though. It's going to be 5 deagles from Mibr with the kills they got. So just going to try and cause some damage here. I actually like that call. I think that's quite nice. And Xyp9x will have the AUG. And there's the first. coldzera's deagle this year has been nothing short of stellar. Very, very fun to watch as he hits the first headshot, brings it into a 4-on-4. Now, it might sound weird. They're not necessarily trying to win this round. Of course, they will try and get the bomb down, do what they can, but ideally just find 2 or 3 kills and make Astralis very weak for that next gun round will be coming up next. Device, close range. Obviously, the AWP wants to farm as much cash as he can with that UMP. He has got players in front of him. 2 waits with the bomb as well, falling in coldzera, waiting for their chance. A mistake to be made, perhaps. Plenty of time. You can see their teammate Fur. He'll be towards the middle area. Device, though, will be tested now. Surely gets both of these kills. At the first, coldzera is already low. Bomb down, round over. Only found 1 kill so far, but there's the second and the third. My goodness, this is expensive now. This is exactly what they need. They actually have a fighting chance of winning this.
Stewie with the deagle tries to do what he can. Nearly gets a shot towards Xyp9x, who scopes back in, presumably. Not everyone does. Remember, we talked about this. Elise uses the weapon, but rarely and seldom uses the scope, whereas Kerrigan seems to use it quite religiously.
they could get a plan out of this MIBR. You can see Astralis are being very clever in terms of winning it, but they don't have much vision. So that bomb, if it's recovered, they could be in a little bit of trouble, but they are repositioning now.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think there'll be enough time that if they hear the bomb going down, they'll just immediately peek it, and it turns out they'll just take the fight. Zipix gets back out, same angle as he had against the previous, and takes down Fur as well, so 3 kills for him on... We need some nicknames for the AUG.
First one that comes to mind, the Lizard.
The Lizard?
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah, like that.
Yeah, I can get it. It's kind of got this weird form to it.
It's got like a tongue coming out the end of it. Do you see what I mean? Like we look down here.
Yeah. Yeah, they all have barrels, Hank.
Yeah, but like that one really.
It's really long
quite
and skinny.
thin.
Yeah. That was not... That, for once, I wasn't trying to be sexual. No innuendo intended.
Well, it all works.
Oh, that's a kill. That's not bad. Uses the incendiary to actually, or rather the smoke on the incendiary to create a massive gap that they weren't expecting, and he absolutely destroys Tarek. Fur follows it up. Just to get cold, however, brings us to just Fur and Fallen remaining. Just like that already. They try to go toward the A site, but just jumping up. Spider Monkey on the steps manages to find the kill. Fallen does get you pretty back. I gave the tap a chance, but again, it's the hogs that are doing, the lizards that are doing the work. The chameleons.
The chameleons, yes.
I like lizard more.
Well, there it is. It is going to be 11-7. That's the buy from MIBR. They actually had the advantage there. If you think about it, they got 3 kills on their Deagle round there. That should have been Astralis with little to no money, just the weaponry, basic utility. They still went out. Fine 11-7. It's another pistol round here for MIBR. Going to have PT-50s and Deagles. 1 CZ for Fur. They've got basic utility. 1 smoke, flashbangs, and Molotov. Fallen and investing quite a bit more than his teammates, but he got a PT-50 instead to make up for it. Blade surely going to find his first kill. Does a lot of damage and actually receives more. As Fur backstabs from the underpass there. Not the best setup there. Astralis should have been aware of that prospect, and Device potentially should have been covering it, but still, he gets the kill in return. Bomb down, well, actually picked up by coldzera, but he's only got 14 HP.
Device doing everything he can to get an angle, but so far none presenting itself.
Well, he should have the kill on coldzera. I'm not sure he's aware this gap exists.
You'd think that that would be a pretty straightforward kill, given the weaponry, given the gap. You're right.
They're being very patient about it. Maybe they are aware. So letting that smoke go down first.
What gun was called the Bullpup?
That was the AUG as well.
That was the AUG.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Let's go back to that. Bullpup's a great name.
Bullpup is good.
Fur takes down Device. That's up close. That's 2 gone already for the gun side. And an AK picked up on top of it. This is starting to be a bit of a problem. They've only got a 1-man advantage, but the AK is what changes it all, really. They're going to send that AK hunting as well. Timing. Ooh, does Dupree get on the ladder? Does he spot him before he gets around the corner toward the vent? Because if he doesn't, Zipix certainly will. It's gone just like that.
Well, still a 3-on-3, so not all is lost, but it's not looking good. No recovered weaponry to speak of, and Tarek and coldzera tagged up beyond belief. Fallen with the PT-50. He's got 2 flashbangs. He's going to have to flash over. But Zipx position. He's going to find at least 1 hit. That flash will do nothing. As the first kill comes in, second is guaranteed. Fallen just trying to bait it out, and he'll be dropped as well. It looks quite nice, but Zipx didn't have to break a sweat there. Very simple procedure for him. It's going to be 12-7, and this is starting to fall apart slightly. With the MIBR timeout, though, they do have money here, of course. They have enough for the AWP, but need to start posting some rounds. So they're 4-0 down in the second half. You can see the playbook of Zonic there. More than prepared for this. I think you'd say he's heralded as the most hard-working coach right now. The players praise him so much for the success and the theory and research he's doing.
I think, yeah. I'd have to think about that, because there was someone else I was
Just
talking
agree
about.
with me, Matt.
It's
Come on.
No, listen, we're this far into the marriage now, Henry. I don't just have to say yes, dear, okay?
It's true. You can speak your own mind. What do you think?
I would think he'd be up there. I'm trying to think of going through the other coaches, because there was a few others I was thinking about a couple of weeks ago that I think Zeus for Liquid maybe isn't quite as hardworking, but still does a lot. And we talked about the fact that with
been
MIBR,
instrumental in their success.
Absolutely. Every team he's gone to, he's improved.
Yeah.
Yanko is certainly a hard worker, but I think still finding his feet as a coach, and certainly has his work cut out for him on this team.
It's a completely different discipline. Just because you know everything about CS doesn't mean you'll necessarily be the best coach. It takes time to learn how to get the most out of your players. As Device and Glaive, they're doing a great job so far. It's a 4-on-3 once again. A faster approach is done from MIBR as they get towards that mid-control. The bomb's still down in T-spawn. That's happened again here, and they don't have an advantage. Good flashbang coming through. Mage's got a kill. Guaranteed on the play. Tarek can do nothing but just sit back and watch the destruction as Fallen and coldzera are compromised now. No smokes. They've got Molotovs, but no money. Lost bonus will be a maximum after... Well, it already is a maximum, to be fair. I keep forgetting that with the new pistol addition, but either way, they can get a plant down, that would really help them out. Might have to save the 2 weapons here, but Fallen hunting, making his way through connector. Still has a minute remaining. Bomb still down. coldzera's going to pick that up, but Fallen getting closer to the bomb site. Can't really do too much until his teammate is ready in position at A ramp.
coldzera on the flank. Just to go back, I think Zonic brings a lot more, kind of like Valen's, a bit of a spiritual backing as well. Yeah. Shall we say that? He's a bit of a father to the team.
Always so positive.
Absolutely. Big motivator. Keeps them calm when he needs to. Dupree, great shot on to fall in. Cold oversteps the mark, but just was ready on that angle as well. Not really any chance Cold was going to do much in that situation, to be fair, walking in alone. No rounds yet in this half for Mibr. We started 4-0 in the first for Astralis. We start 5-0 in the second for Astralis. That alone, do the math, is 9 rounds unanswered. They found 7 in the middle of the first, but they haven't gotten anything since. This is certainly Astralis turning things around again.
3 AKs on the CT side. Only 4 for the terrorists. They've got a Galil on the hands of Fallen. So Dupree will open things up. His orb has been getting better and better. He actually takes down Fallen at the start. Remember, he didn't have the orb though. Oh my goodness, that's a precise shot. And he gets the second as well. This is beautiful. Glaive doesn't look like he actually spotted further. It's still a 3-on-2 with pulling a kill back. But coldzera looked so good in the opening few rounds. But remember, he got like 10 frags after what? 8 rounds? He's now only on 16, I say only, but he certainly has dropped off in terms of the amount of frags he's getting per round as Astralis have got into 5th gear. We'll see Magus and Zipex tacked up. A nice little push here from Magus, then takes him off the bomb site, confirms apartments is clear, and there it is. That should be confirming the round as well. Fur, excellent in clutches, but this one might be a bit of a far cry for him. Coming at the 1 minute mark, he's got so much to do, but that's a good start. Had to nail that shot though. He cannot allow Device to have a second to reposition and take him down. That should have been his kill, but might not mattered either way. 14-7, maximum loss bonus, but no plant.
So 2 to go for Astralis on map 1 after the narrative we built in the first half, and it certainly looked promising.
First kill was just brutal.
It's like gravy on a Thanksgiving turkey.
That's exactly what it's like. Nice and smooth, no lumps. Perfect color, temperature, everything.
And now they've got the stuffing because they've got an AWP and a bullpup.
James could do one of his classic culinary casts.
Meat and potato.
On
what is it?
Chunky
death. What was the one?
It's a Sunday roast with Virtus Pro on Inferno. Right?
There you go. That's the one.
That was it. We had one at the ECS online season this year as well.
Happy Thanksgiving to the Americans out there.
Yeah, indeed. I'm not really sure how it works. Is this Thanksgiving's today, right? But the main thing, like last week, everyone's doing all their festivities around this week, right?
It's a long weekend. There's football today. Thanksgiving football's a tradition. Canada, we do ours in October, so I don't even really understand the American. I mean, I understand why they're doing it. I just don't know the process of it. So.
Yeah, so we went down to lunch today, and everyone's in like the bar and like hanging out. I thought it was like a family thing, like Christmas.
It's the pre-Cowboys game.
Yeah, I guess. I was like, oh, I thought you guys stayed at home, but everyone's just out enjoying the day. But either way, let's get it back into the game, shall we? CZs. 1 AK, it really isn't looking good. This is for map point. Remember, this is the best of 3, first of the day. Train next. But it doesn't look like Mibr will be giving themselves an advantage here on Mirage. The thing is, with Train in the mix, I'd say they're okay, because I would actually give them the slight upper hand just because we don't have that much information about Astralis. That recently, on Train, Mibr surely will be ready for this. But either way, you can never really doubt Astralis. They picked it for a reason. I'm sure they're ready. They've come on for boot camp here.
Absolutely.
They've been here for what, like 10 days?
Since
boot camp in
Chicago,
Complexity.
yeah. They played the final online matches for respective seasons in America.
Yeah, so I'm sure that boot camp has just made them even more powerful. So never doubt them.
Ooh, Magisk, good find on Fur. Thought he might have problems if he went up the ladder and timed that, but does get away with it. Device, meanwhile, back over toward B. Dupree, he'll push through. Everyone's on A. Bomb is there as well. I say everyone, it's majority of the players, I should say. There is still a lurking Cold trying to get out of B. He's not going to have any company. They've already got the bomb. They've already rotated over. So really, when I say everyone, it means everyone except for him, and he's going to have problems in that position.
Yeah.
As Fallen tries to walk out.
He really has committed to that B side push. The bomb down. Not really much he can do with this now, I'm afraid. It will be 15-7. He needs to make sure he dies at this point. That's the funny thing, because he needs to get money. They might hear him coming. I think Zipex has made the call. They're running away. This is so sick. They're actually just going to knife out and let him just stew in the corner. He wants to die.
This is
let him die.
Super cool.
Yeah, they're all just running away.
They're refusing to let him. Now the one thing is, oh yeah, now kill him. Oh, he's so done for. That's so smart. You just got like, what do they say? What do the kids these days say? 200 IQ.
Yeah, exactly. I loved it as well. The fact
That's
that,
so good.
just as I said it, I just saw all the players knife out, running away.
The funny thing is, like, he could have killed one of them and got a gun, but they were all just perfectly positioned, so he couldn't find any of them either.
And the fact they killed him at the end as well, you just tilted him off the face of the planet just before you go into the next map. Like, that's really, really well done. You can see now they've made their job even easier. 3 AKs, just the deagle for coldzera. Just to reiterate, he gets no money for surviving the round and no bomb plant down. So that's a great nade as well. Tarek has had a rough second half. Remember, it's 8-7 a half map, but now 15-7. Astralis are not giving much away today.
Not at all. As Fallen with the op, checking up close. Tarek is just on the other side of that with the AK-47. They've started to clear out mid as a collective unit. Glaive, though, with the smoke going away. Oh my goodness, times that to perfection. First, still watching to see if anyone's pushing up short. Glaive is a free kill. Why not? Take that all day long. But Fallen was patient with the op. Gets one back, and Device oversteps. Might have another round, I think, is what I'm trying to say here, Hank, because Astralis seem like they're a little bit rushed.
Yeah, sometimes that can
bit.
happen. When you get too comfortable, we haven't dropped a single round yet, barely any kills in this half. Everyone's a bit excited, just looking to close it out in the flashiest way. They gave a bit too much ground, but still they can win this. Dupree has looked great with the AWP in the last month or so, and there's still no bomb plant in the Magisk. He wins out the battlefield. It's Tarek to go down, but Stewie fighting back here. Not going down without a fight, it seems. 3-on-1, and Zipex in towards T-spawn. Will be coming towards that A ramp, I'd imagine, and trying to find as many kills as he can. He's got 22 to his name this time. Absolutely epic performance. He could actually win this as well. They keep challenging him. Boys, chill out. You don't have to touch him until he gets near that bomb. And coldzera might find himself in a spot of bother, but overall, they will win the round and live to fight another day.
Cold, I think, had something like 12 in the first half, by the way. He's only now hit 17. So you talk about Zipex doing well. Cold previously, early in this game, was leading the way. So he's fallen off completely. As we now sit with another potential final round. They escape the fate of not having a lot of weapons or money to work with. Certainly in the case of Cold, they go back to AKs this time. They've got an AWP for Fallen. They'll go against the double op of both Dupree and Device as the incendiary is thrown and blocks off A main. That lets Magisk gets up close, wants to use the incandescence as a bit of coverage as well as a nade to add any damage that would have gone that direction.
It's nice to see Astralis evolving their game. They were famously one of the only few top teams that didn't have a double AWP setup. They were just switching the role between Device and Dupree every 6 months or so for so long, and now they actually have a double AWP setup. It's quite deadly. Like we said, Dupree has been hitting better and better shots, looking more comfortable with the weapon, and Device, his history with the AWP speaks for himself. It's just making them more and more deadly as we look for an executioner. This is a decoy going over the top. That's to possibly just bait out some utility there early on as the decoy is thrown in and the smoke as well, just make it look like there's more being committed than there actually is. And will it bait out reaction? Not really from the CTs. They've actually held on to majority with 4 smokes still up, Matt, incendiaries as well. So that little fake from Tarek doesn't really do too much for them at all as Glaive holds them off with the smoke. 50 seconds remaining and there will be an A split here. Remember, it's map point. As Dupree spots a player towards the Delpan position, nades in.
Nade in optimistically at that point in time. Quick go toward Delpan. He was just kind of hoping that someone else was down below middle. Another nade thrown out through connector for the same purposes. I don't know what the timing is on that smoke. I didn't see when it was deployed. I was going to say if that dissipates and that op sits where it is. Device has slim and free picking. Works back up. Let's take out Glaive. Ooh, okay, Device. Under the armpit. Fur running by takes out Magisk. We get one missed shot from an easy and a hard shot hit immediately after, excuse me. As Fur takes down Zipex. I'm not as good at talking as I used to be. Fallen. He does get one further. Dupree recovers it, but he's just trying to save at this point. Bomb already planted, and they're already over toward B, so even if he wants that op to get away, he'll be cut off. And MIBR finally finding rounds, 2 in a row in the second half. Great shot from Stewie.
There it is. Drive-by from Fur. You're absolutely right. There's got to be a couple more rounds here, but the looks of things, MIBR not done just yet. They have found themselves 15-9. Remember, they got 7 rounds and a half. They were 15-7 down. A little bit too late on arrival in the second half, but Fur warming up in the series at least, as he hits some excellent shots there on the A-bomb side. The double AWP setup not taken over to the next round. Here's going to be a full eco for Astralis. Just 1 CZ purchase. That's it. Don't need to find much here at all. You've got such a huge lead. Nice buffer. Don't have to commit much at all. Good flashbang. First, you get the double kill here. Nice and stylishly done. You'll get 2 headshots, and that will be round. It's going to be double digits from MIBR. I don't think that will really tell the full storyline with the domination we saw in the second half. The fact you only start finding rounds at match point doesn't really cut it, but still, it's warming them up for the second map, like we said. It will be Train, where I maybe do favor them. We'll see. Money available again. Don't think we'll see an all-pay, but looks things. There it is. Dupree does decide to buy it. Not Device. So he'll be on the bullpipe. So he really is committing to the scoped weapons this time.
Xyp9x drops down inside mid. Covering fire. It almost seems like a firearms game at that point in time. Brothers in Arms style. As Xyp9x gets Stewie. Bit of a clustered approach to it. Snapped around behind as he jumped out of the smoke. Just holding off inside. Bomb down at Sandwich. This should be it. Fallen is the last alive as Astralis looks to collect the 16th and final point on the map of Mirage. Only can't hit.